Now, New York City continues to be an absolute clown show. The mayor over there, Eric Adams, isn't any better than the bozo, another clown. Now comes the latest news where New York City is going to be easing their mandates. And he talks about how he's not going to make any exception for Kyrie. Listen, I want Kyrie on the court. I would do anything to get that ring. So badly I want it, Adams said. But there's so much at stake here. And I spoke to the owner of the team. We want to find a way to get Kyrie on the court. But this is a bigger issue. I can't have my city closed down again. Nobody says you have to close down the city again. Nobody said you had to close down the city to begin with. In fact, he didn't close down the city. It was the bozo, right? Where other parts of the country didn't close down the cities. That was their choice to close down the city. They never needed to close down the city. Now he's fear-mongering, saying, oh, I don't have to want to close down the city again. It would send the wrong message just to have an exception for one player when we're telling a countless number of city employees, New York City employees, if you don't follow the rules, you won't be able to be employed. Well, you shouldn't be telling people that they can't be employed because they don't get the vaccine, because they don't get the jab. That was ridiculous to begin with. And again, other parts of the country, most of the country, didn't have those mandates in place. Only New York. And when you look at the data, it didn't even make a difference. But these people are so locked into, you better do what we say, that they can't change course. And they can't say, oh, wait a minute, maybe we made a mistake. Maybe it wasn't the right thing to do. And newsflash, Kyrie is not a city employee, but now they have this secondary mandate where if you work within the city, you have to be, this is so ridiculous, you have to be vaccinated. Being a former policeman, following evidence, I don't know what evidence he was, and I'm not going to get into his police career. I've heard bad things about him. I never worked with the guy. I don't know, but I've heard nothing but bad things about the guy. So he admits that it doesn't even make any sense. And then he's claiming, oh, I don't know who put that in place. It was de Blasio that put it in place. So basically, players that aren't vaccinated can come to New York and play, but Kyrie cannot play for his team at home when other players that aren't vaccinated from other teams can come and they can play. And once the mandates are lifted, Kyrie can actually hang out in the arena, right, along with everybody else that doesn't have to be vaccinated anymore. But Kyrie's not allowed to play. But he can hang out in the arena, but he can't get on the court and play. That makes no sense, and he has the power to change it. But he's not going to change it. He says, no way I'm going to open the door. That is sending the wrong message to everyday employees. Businesses have their vaccine mandates. City employees have their vaccine mandates. I have to follow the rules. And trust me, I want Kyrie on the court. We are right now opening our city because of vaccine mandates. We can't close down again. I can't have my city closed down again. Okay, explain to me the places that didn't have vaccine mandates that never closed. Explain that to me. They can't. These people cannot. You don't have to close the city again. What threat is Kyrie posing? Now, here's the bigger picture of what's going on. When they say it would send the wrong message, it would basically say, like, we were wrong and that you guys have a right to stand up for yourself and not just go with what we say to do. This whole thing is just about control. They don't want to change this because then the people that are employed, they don't have to get vaccinated anymore, right? Kyrie's being put on the spot and he's being, basically made an example of, oh, we're not going to make an exception for him, even though this makes no sense, even though he doesn't even work for the city. This whole thing is a mess. But the whole thing is, they don't want people questioning them. When they say it sends a wrong message, oh, it would be a bad precedent. Basically, it would allow in the future them to meet resistance from the people this time, where last time there was no resistance. The city's not getting closed down again. He's just fear-mongering, saying, oh, we have to close down the city again. Again, he talks about data and science and all this other stuff. Okay, explain to me most of the nation that didn't have these mandates. Explain to me why the other teams, they don't have to be vaccinated to play. Explain to me. They can't. Basically, Adams, what he's doing, he's going with he's putting politics over anything else, over common sense, over the people. It's what he's doing for his party. You know that he calls himself the Biden of Brooklyn. That's why he's following Biden. He doesn't want to change anything. He talks about, oh, it's not fair to people to follow the rules. The rules were changed on the people. Is that fair to the people? Anyway, this is completely ridiculous. I want to see what happens going forward, if Kyrie eventually will be allowed to play. But at the end of the day, these people are, these politicians are absolute garbage.